I hope that you're well, and I also hope that you are having a good day so far. Today, we'll be doing our grade 3 English lesson on prepositions. And before we start, we're going to log on to aplusstudents.ca. Once we've logged on to aplusstudents.ca with our username, as well as our password, and then we're going to select the subject of English Language Arts, grade 3, and then we're going to scroll down up until we get to the chapter of prepositions. All right, so our chapter is prepositions. Our subject is English language arts. Sorry, grade 3. And the lessons that we're going to be focusing on under the chapter of prepositions is to identify prepositions and their objects, identify prepositional phrase, and then we're just going to have a review on prepositions before we end. And this is a continuation of the lesson that we did yesterday. So we're going to continue with the lessons on prepositions, right? All right, so preposition, right? A preposition is a connecting word. So preposition is a connecting word and it comes before a noun or it comes before a pronoun and it connects it to the rest of the sentence. That's a preposition. All right. So we said a preposition is a connecting word. And a preposition, it comes before a noun or it comes before a pronoun, right? And it connects it to the rest of the sentence. And the noun or the pronoun that comes after the preposition, right? That is called the object of preposition. And if we look at examples, right, of a preposition or of prepositions, and then it says, I will call you after dinner. Oopsie. So I will call you after dinner. And if we look at specifically at that sentence, right, the preposition within that sentence is after. So after is our preposition. I'm going to put prep to show that it's the preposition, right? And after connects it to our object, right? And the object within that sentence is dinner. I'm going to put your O for object, dinner. All right. So we see that the preposition is after, and it connects it to the object, which is dinner, and it connects dinner to the object dinner to the rest of the sentence. So after dinner, when are you going to do something? After dinner. When are you going to call me? After dinner. So it connects it to the rest of the sentence. And if we look at another sentence, it says, we walked across the wet grass. So we walked across the wet grass. And if we were to identify our preposition firstly within that sentence, we would say across is our preposition. So I'm going to put prep for preposition. And across, right, which is our preposition, it connects grass, which is our object, to the rest of the sentence. So which means that we walked across where, or across what? Across the grass. The fact that we put wet in front of the word grass is basically just to describe grass, because it can be dry grass, wet grass, green grass, brown grass. It's wet is just to describe. It's an adjective that is in front of the word grass. And we connect grass to the rest of the sentence. And that puts emphasis on how or where we walked, right? We walked across the wet grass. So most prepositions, right? So prepositions, they tell us about time, they tell us about place, they tell us about movement, or some other prepositions just do not tell us about time, place, or movement, right? And if we look at a few common prepositions, the words, right? Common prepositions would be words like about, above, across, after, along, around, at, behind, below, beside, by, down, during, for, from, in, inside, into, near, of, on, outside, over, through, to, under, up, and with. Those are but a few common prepositions. Those are prepositions that we can use. We actually use most of the words, or the prepositional words, most of the time without even realizing that we are using prepositions. And if we look at the preposition of time, right? A preposition of time, it says, I will call you after dinner. So now it's like you need to ask yourself, when are you going to call me? I will call you after, which is our preposition, dinner. So dinner is our object, right? But I'll call you after. After dinner, after the movies, after the show, that is when I'll call you. Preposition of place, right? The sunglasses on the table are mine. So the sunglasses on the table are mine. Where are the sunglasses? It is on the table. And on tells us where the sunglasses are, and that is our preposition of time and place. That tells us where the preposition or where the sunglasses are. Sorry. Then we have preposition of movement, right? It says, we walked across the wet grass. We walked across the wet grass. And our preposition of movement shows that we walked across. And then just other, right? A preposition that is just other, but it is a preposition, right? It says, did you read the book about wolves? So about is also our preposition within that sentence. So once again, a preposition is a connecting word and it comes before a noun or it comes before a pronoun and it connects it to the rest of the sentence. And the noun or the pronoun that comes after the preposition, we call that the object of preposition, right? And then we see that we have prepositions that tell us about time, they tell us about place, and they tell us about movement. Or it can just be other. All right. So now we're going to quickly do an activity. We're going to have to select the preposition within these three sentences, right? So the prepositions within these three sentences, the first one says, the polite girl sat quietly beside him. So the polite girl sat quietly beside him. What is the preposition within that sentence? I'm going to do this so that you can see the common prepositions. Oopsie. I'm going to leave this here so that you guys can see the commonly used prepositions. All right. So now it says select the preposition. The polite girl sat quietly beside him. What is the preposition within that sentence? We need to identify the preposition within that sentence. All right. And if we were to identify a preposition within the sentence, then we would say it is beside. So beside is our preposition. All right, let's look at the second one. The second one says, we cheered loudly for them. We cheered loudly for them. We need to identify the preposition or select the preposition within that sentence. We cheered loudly for them. What is the preposition within that sentence? All right, and if we were to identify a preposition, and then we would say it is for, right? So for would be our preposition. And the last one says the firefighter drive trucks with ladders. We need to identify the preposition within that sentence. The firefighters drive trucks with ladders. What is our preposition within that sentence? And like I say, you can look at the most commonly used prepositions in order to see what the word is that is a preposition. All right, yes. And if we were to identify a preposition, then with is our preposition. So well done. With is correct, right? And before we go to aplusstudents.ca, where we are going to be doing our tutorial lesson as well as our test, right? We have prepositions, and prepositions tells us about time, place, movements. It can also tell us about other, right? And a preposition is a connecting word that comes before a noun or pronoun and it connects it to the rest of the sentence. All right. Now we're going to aplusstudents.ca. Our chapter is prepositions, and the first lesson that we're going to be focusing on is to identify prepositions and their objects. All right. So I don't have to go over what a preposition is again, right? Or do you want me to go over what a preposition is? All right. So let's go to selecting a preposition, right? So we're going to select the preposition. It says, Dana and Victor live near Milford. So Dana and Victor live near Milford. What is our preposition within that sentence? We need to select the preposition within that sentence. Dana and Victor live near Milford. And if we were to identify or select a preposition, then we can say our preposition is near. The next one says, many animals hunt at night. What is our preposition within that sentence? Many animals hunt at night. We need to identify the preposition within that sentence. All right. And if we were to identify our preposition, we would say it is at. So well done. At is correct. That is our preposition. All right. The girl, the polite girl sat quietly beside him. We need to identify the preposition within that sentence. The polite girl sat quietly beside him. The polite girl sat quietly beside him. We need to select the preposition within that sentence. All right, and if we were to identify our preposition, it is beside. And beside is correct. So well done. Now let's go to our test where we are going to identify prepositions and we're going to identify the object. Remember, we said that a preposition, the the word that comes after the preposition, we call that the object and it links it to the rest of the sentence. All right, select the preposition. We need to select the preposition within the sentence. Said wolves usually travel in packs. Wolves usually travel in packs. If we were to select the preposition within that sentence, is it in or packs? Option one, in, or option two, packs. All right, and if we were to identify our preposition, then yes, in is our preposition. Well done. In is correct. The birthday gift is from me. The birthday gift is from me. We need to select the preposition within the sentence. Is it from, option one, or me, option two? The preposition, we need to select the preposition within that sentence. All right. And if we select the preposition, we can say from is our preposition. So well done. From is correct. All right, the next one says many animals hunt at night. Many animals hunt at night. What is the preposition within that sentence? Is it at or is it hunt? At or hunt. All right, then if we were to select our preposition, we would say at is our preposition. So at is correct. Well done. At is correct. The firefighter drive trucks with ladders. The firefighter drive trucks with ladders. We need to select the preposition. Is it with or is it the? With or the? All right. So if we select our preposition, then it will be with. With is our preposition. Well done. Okay, the last one. It says select the preposition. We cheered loudly for them. We cheered loudly for them. We need to select the preposition. Is it for or is it them? The preposition, is it for or is it them? The preposition, is it for or is it them? All right, and if we were to select the preposition, then for is correct. So great job. For is correct. Well done, everybody. Now we're going to the next lesson, which is to identify prepositional phrases, right? And when it comes to a prepositional phrase, firstly, a preposition is a connecting word and it comes before a noun or it comes before a pronoun and it connects it to the rest of the sentence. So the noun or that pronoun that comes after the preposition, right? We call that the object of preposition, right? And we say that it connects it to the rest of the sentence. And when it comes to a prepositional phrase, right? A prepositional phrase, it is a group of words that starts with a preposition And then it ends with the object of the preposition. So we basically just said that a object of preposition is that noun or pronoun that comes after our preposition, right? That connects it to the rest of the sentence. So our prepositional phrase is basically our preposition plus all the other words that ends with our object of preposition. And if we look at an example of that, it says, I will call you after dinner. So after is our preposition, dinner is our object of preposition, right? So which means that our prepositional phrase is after dinner, which is our preposition and our object of preposition. Same with the second one. It says, we walked across the wet grass, right? So we walked across the wet grass. So across is our preposition, grass is our object of preposition, but the prepositional phrase is basically everything from the preposition up until the object of preposition, which means that across the wet grass is our prepositional phrase. All right, so now we are going to identify the prepositional phrase within our sentences before we go to our test. It says, select the two words that make up prepositional phrase, right? Can snakes swim under water? Can snakes swim under water? What is the prepositional phrase within that sentence? Which means that we need to identify two words that is our prepositional phrase within that sentence. All right, then if we were to identify a prepositional phrase, the two words that make up the prepositional phrase within that sentence, then yes, under water is a prepositional phrase because under is a preposition, water is the object of preposition, and if we put that two together, then it is a prepositional phrase. So well done. Underwater is correct. All right. We need to select the three words that make up our prepositional phrase. We slowly walked up the stairs. We slowly walked up the stairs. What are the three words that make up our prepositional phrase? All right, and if we were to select our prepositional phrase, we will start firstly by our preposition, which is up. Object of preposition is stairs, so the prepositional phrase is up the stairs. So well done. Up the stairs is correct. We need to select the two words that make the prepositional phrase. It says the fans crowd around them. The fans crowd around them. What is the two words that make up the prepositional phrase within that sentence? The fans crowd around them. We need to select the prepositional phrase within that sentence, the two words. All right, and if we were to select our prepositional phrase, we would say it is around them. Around being a preposition, them being our object of preposition. So around them, that is our prepositional phrase. All right, so now we're going to our test. Yes, around them is correct. So well done. Now we're going to our test, right? Where we are going to select the two words that make up our prepositional phrase. It says, can snakes swim under water? We need to select our prepositional phrase within that sentence. Is it under water or is it can snakes? We need to select our prepositional phrase, under water or can snakes. Option 1 or option 2? All right, and if we were to select our prepositional phrase, then yes, under water is correct. So well done, underwater is correct. The boys played computer games for hours. We need to select the two words that make up the prepositional phrase. Is it for hours or is it the boys? Our prepositional phrase, is it for hours or the boys? In the boys played computer games for hours. All right, then if we select the correct one, then for hours is correct. Right? Great job, guys. Well done. Alexa will bring a friend with her. Alexa will bring a friend with her. We need to select the two words that make up a prepositional phrase. Is it with her or is it will? Alexa will bring a friend with her. Is it with her or will? We need to select the two words that make the prepositional phrase. All right, and if we select the prepositional phrase, then we would say it's with her. So well done. With her is correct. Vondra and Rachel leave on Friday. Vondra and Rachel leave on Friday. We need to select the two words that make up the prepositional phrase. Vondra and Rachel leave on Friday. Is it on Friday or is it Rachel? Option 1 or option 2? All right, then if we select the prepositional phrase, right, then we will choose on Friday, which is option one, right? That is our prepositional phrase. So well done. All right, so let's choose the last one. It says select the two words that make up the prepositional phrase. The two words that make up the prepositional phrase. It says the fans crowd around them. The fans crowd around them. Is it around them or is it fans? Two words that make up the prepositional phrase. Around them or fans. All right, and if we select the correct one, we would say it is around them because remember we had to select two words that make up the prepositional phrase. So around being our preposition, them being our object of preposition. Right? All right. All right. So that is basically prepositions, right? And just to close or to finish off, we say the preposition is a connecting word and it comes before a noun or a pronoun and it connects it to the rest of the sentence, right? And we say that that noun or the pronoun that comes after the preposition, we call that the object of preposition, right? And then we mentioned a prepositional phrase, and we say that a prepositional phrase is a group of words that starts with the preposition and it ends with the object of preposition. Can be two words or more than two words, depending, but it starts with the preposition and it ends with the object of preposition, right? And prepositions, they can tell us about time, they can tell us about place, they can tell us about movement, or some of the prepositions just don't tell us that. But you're going to have to ask yourself, when did it happen? Where is it happening? And the movement, right? All right, so this is the end of our lesson on prepositions. Thank you very much, grade threes, for joining our class. Thank you for interacting. And I really hope that you have a better understanding of what prepositions as well as prepositional phrases are. So you should have a good day further. Goodbye. Yes, we are done for the day.